Of course, I'm Mitch. I've got Brian Bittler, Chris Ruffalo, Rod Zawacki all with me today for today's show. We got a great card today. 2 college football games, bowl games. I think they're actually teams with winning records in these bowl games, not like that other garbage that they showed yesterday from Myrtle Beach. Wow, man. Like, let's just throw anybody out there, you know? And, but I think what we saw in yesterday's game was really a good reminder of what college football bowl season can look like at times, because we're going to see some of that today, is my guess. There's one of the games that we're going to see something exactly like that today. And, of course, we've got NBA basketball today kicks off, 2 games. And I think these are interesting matchups because you have it, the once was versus, one of the, favorites this year. And then you have, 2 teams that hate each other's guts. One of them's the defending champion. So should be pretty good there. And then the college basketball schedule, conference play. I mean, these guys are already battling. Conference play normally never starts this early. It normally never starts this early. So this is a treat, to have conference play. Normally conference play starts after New Year's. Like the SEC doesn't usually start conference play until the 2nd, 3rd week of January. But they're already playing conference play. Everyone's playing conference play. ACC, Big Ten. Big Ten normally starts around New Year's, maybe a little bit after. But, we got, we have a really good card of games today. So a lot of opportunities out there. A lot of opportunities to make a lot of money. I don't know if I'm going to agree with these guys today or not. I have no idea what they have. I haven't had time to breathe. I mean, you guys have seen all the videos I've pumped out. But I have to say that I am squarely against the Sharps today on most of my picks. I really see some easy money. I mean, the Sharps have been way off. We've been going against the Sharps all week, and we have been hammering them. The same guys that took the Patriots, crushing them like a grape. Brian, how's it going for you? How'd you do yesterday?
1-2. I had a losing day, but that's just I'm ready to bounce back today. I don't like having losing days.
No one does. That's for sure.
But it happens.
It does happen. It's part of the game, part of the business, and it's certainly to be expected. Big winning days happen, big losing days, small winning days, small losing days. It's all. You're going to see the full gamut.
I think it's because I couldn't get a feel for that Monday night football game. I wanted to go with the Bengals. I just couldn't see it happening. And maybe that's when I should take teams, when I can't see it happening. I
had no feel for that game either. I had no right giving a pick.
Yeah, I felt like I had to come up with something for Monday Night Football, but I didn't think the Bengals were going to score that many points, honestly.
To be complete, I don't think anybody did.
I had the under in that game, and it's just I couldn't believe it. Crappy pick. I'm on to today. Austin Pay, though. I was a little worried at halftime, and they came back and won the game outright. It always makes me crazy when the people start complaining about a game at halftime. You got to give it the full game, and then you complain about it.
I think they were down by 10 at one point in that game. When I checked, it was late. I think it was like 7 minutes to go, because I know that was a game that I had. And all of a sudden I blinked. I was like, wait a second. I checked my phone after the game. I was like, oh, okay, they won.
Yeah, they were my dog of the day yesterday, so that was figured there's no way they were going to take it from them twice.
No.
I had Washington State yesterday against Prairie View. That was never close. And then Georgia State against Charleston, who, in case you haven't been watching college basketball, they are hideous this year. Sometimes Charleston has like some really long front court guys, and they can compete with other teams, but they are just stinkopotamus, man. They are just horrible.
Well, last 4 years, they relied on Grant Riller. Now he's gone. Now he's gone to the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, they've had some good players there. Normally they play like Carolina and stuff at the beginning of the season. Sometimes they even beat them and give them a run for their money. This year it's like lose by 50 to those guys. It's like they have nothing, Well,
San Jose State got hammered yesterday. Utah State took them out to the woodshed, spanked them good.
Yep. Well, San Jose State was my pick to finish last in the Mountain West. And certainly, I thought that maybe they had a chance to hang in close with Utah State in that one, but I mean, I picked San Jose State to finish last place in the Mountain West. So certainly not a place I was running and putting any money on. That's for sure.
I might try out for San Jose State's basketball team.
I think Delaware State. I think we could all start for Delaware State. I'll tell you what. I don't think Charleston is too much of a reach either, man. It's like, these guys are just.
Can't tackle anybody. We're in trouble.
We can go to Pine Bluff.
Yeah.
I like those yellow jerseys at Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Oh boy! Be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Helps us a ton. Costs you absolutely zero. The reason why we need you to hit the like button, the reason why I don't shut up about it. Well, I do shut up about it. I don't say it enough, I don't think. But the reason why it helps us is because it helps promote us in YouTube, and it keeps our videos, in view of people. So
it should just be a routine. You turn on the video and then just hit the like, and then you go back to watching it.
People have said, you guys should charge for this, and you should charge for that, and you should make it but it's like I sit here and take the troll comments instead of making it a pay show, which I could.
I voted to make it a pay.
Brian voted to make it a pay show. These guys did.
I said the last 15 minutes should be pay.
Yeah. If charge like $8 a month, it's like $2 a week.
But Mitch said, no, we're not doing that.
No, is exactly what I said. I said I'd rather deal with the trolls, like Joseph Thibault.
Tulane, Nevada line's moving.
Where's it moving, Brian?
Down to a pick at one of those sites.
Wow. Not surprised.
1.5 across the board.
Not surprised. Chris, what do you got today?
Oh, I forgot to get my sale today.
Oh, what's your sale?
Hold on. Yeah, I just want to advise everybody, 30-day packages from any handicapper here. This is the best day to do it for anybody here because you get college football, college basketball, NBA, NFL, 30-day pass. This is the day to buy it. For me, it's $300, so that's like $10 a day. For me, if you just want to get my picks, 5 picks for $50. I got 2 college football, 2 college basketball, 1 NBA. So pick it up, pickdogs.com.
Yeah, the Nevada game, I think, is the easy one. I think the other game is a little bit more difficult. The other one's going to come down to motivation because one team can't tackle at all. Chris?
Oh, yeah. Well, another winning day in the college hoops yesterday. I'm going to keep that run going today.
Who's your big one? Who's your big one?
The big one last night.
Who's the big one? Like the one that is like, I told you. Thank me later. Who's your? I told you they were gonna do.
Who's my? I told you. Let me see. Bryant.
Told me.
Right?
I had the other side. I didn't bet it, but it's like I had it in the video. You told me. You told me that Bryant was good.
It was just one of those things where it just didn't make any sense
Chris,
to me. And
I'm thanking you later for Bryant. Thanking you later.
I don't want thanks later. I'm good. I'm good.
What do you got today?
Today, we're gonna build off another winning day in college hoops. Yesterday, we're gonna keep that run going. Got a bunch of stuff for you guys over at the website. I got my Tuesday tip-off 3-pack, 3 afternoon games. My Tomahawk Tuesday 5-pack for the later portion. Got my Tuesday night NBA Moneyball, sitting number 3 in the bubble for the NBA last year. Or you can get it all as part of my Tuesday stocking stuffer. All those plays, 3 in the college in the afternoon, 5 at night. And the NBA play for $50 over at Pick Dogs Premium. And guys, don't forget, we got the drive-thru tonight. It's going to be a fantastic show. Myself, Tony T. I'm just trying to pull up the rest of the lineup right now.
I just got an email from Tony T. about the drive-thru. I'll tell you who's on there. It is...
You got Damian Sauce.
Alex Smart, Al Ninos, Rod Zawacki, Shane, Vlad, Damian, and Ron Romanelli, along with Tony T and Chris.
It's absolutely loaded.
That is a loaded lineup. Loaded gun.
We're gonna have another pick from the Advent calendar. So guys, tune in at 6:00 Eastern time. Hit the thumbs up. We're gonna have a great show tonight.
Running out of Advent calendar days.
Saving the best for last, I'll tell you.
Winding down.
I'm going to tune in and see what the last ad.
Doing drive-thru on Christmas Day or not doing drive-thru Christmas Day? Guess.
I don't know. We were talking about that yesterday. Trying to figure that out behind the scenes.
All right. I'm on Christmas Eve, so there's not going to be a lot to talk about then either. So I'll just go on a filibuster. I know we only get 5 minutes now on the drive-thru, but I don't care. Or 2 minutes, right? It's like I'll just go on a filibuster. Don't worry about it, guys. I got this one. It's kind of like
hold my drink.
It's kind of like the Jackson Family movie when they give Michael the mic and he refuses to let it go. Like Diana Ross is trying to claw it out of his hands. It's like not gonna let it happen.
So you're saying you're our Diana Ross?
Pretty much. Dancing in the streets. Rod, what do you got?
You'd be tough to dance in the streets here. You'd be dancing in a snowbank again because we got 50 centimeters of snow overnight with a nice blowing wind. So,
how much is a centimeter?
50 centimeters, half a meter. So, half a meter of snow plus
that kind
blowing.
of throws me off. I don't know what a centimeter is.
Sorry. Anyways, today I got a 5-pack up there for sale. I got 2 NBA, 2 college basketball, and 1 college football. Big mix. Massive opportunity today to cash in big. These 5 plays are definitely in our favor to cash in big. Love today's card. I have to withhold myself from going too crazy.
I love today's card too. I broke it down into an early college basketball 3-pack. I have a late college basketball 3-pack. I really had to edit just to get those. I had one of my cards that I write as I'm doing the videos. I'm not just the games that I'm doing the videos on, but the other ones. And I got one of these cards, and it's like, it's just like that. And then I got to take it back, when I'm, after you guys know, and then try and whittle it down. And it's like it still was late at night because I just could not figure it out. I also didn't know how to package it, so I'm gonna recombobulate, and if there's like certain picks that you guys want and don't want or whatever, let me know, and I could probably put something custom together for you with today's picks because it's like I have the college football, I've got NBA, so I packaged those together, and then I packaged all the college basketballs. I just really like college basketball, and been pretty good at it. So
I'm coming for you this year in the NBA, just so you know.
That's okay. It's okay.
Coming for you.
Hey, you know what? You know what they say about the titles? It's like when I won the bracket contest of all the cappers, like when one of the online betting sites had it. I won it twice, back-to-back years. I might not ever win it again, and I haven't entered it since. But it's like, but you know what? Can never take it away from me. I already won. I've got it. That's my trophy. It's gonna sit there. It's there. It's already there. Yeah, I won the cappers. They had like all the big name cappers, like any capper you can name was in it, and I won it 2 years in a row. Because I had Butler in my Final Four. Nobody had Butler. And the other year I had UConn going all the way. Everyone else had Ohio State. Kemba Walker took it home for me. And that was the year that it was that VCU and Butler both made the Final Four. So everyone's entire bracket.
The UConn year?
What's that?
UConn year, you said?
Yeah, with Kemba.
Yeah, I had a futures bet on the UConn that year. That was the only time I think I cashed out big on future.
Kemba. Beat Kentucky, Ohio State. They were force. Anyways, let's get to NBA. Speaking of Kemba, he's not playing tonight, but got the Warriors, who lost by an average of 30-something points a game last year, going into Brooklyn with basically the same team they had last year up against Kevin Durant, who's healthy now, and Kyrie Irving, who can destroy the chemistry of a team pretty good, but he's also got an NBA ring, so he can't destroy the chemistry too bad. I don't know, that Kevin Durant guy's pretty good, and when Draymond Green isn't playing and Klay Thompson isn't playing, well, the Warriors generally don't play well. That's how they end up picking second in the NBA draft. We saw the Bengals pick first in the NBA draft, and a lot of people had really high expectations of them. They won last night, but those have been few and far between. Brian, let's go to Brooklyn.
I'm not in love with this game, but I'm going to go with the Warriors here. I mean, we've seen teams like Tampa Bay piece together a team, and it takes a little while for
What's the piecing together? Where's the
I mean,
piece?
you got Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving playing together with some other new cogs.
No. But for the Warriors, who lost by an average of 30 points a game last year.
We're getting 7.5 points right to start.
No, but they lost by 30 against This is a playoff team. The Nets, without those guys, went into the bubble, won games. They beat the Clippers in the bubble. They beat a bunch of teams in the bubble, and then they lost to the Raptors in the playoffs, in which I would say, I don't know, maybe these guys down here will disagree with me, but I would say there's no shame in that, to losing to the Raptors. I mean, the Raptors were a team that could have gone all the way last year, a lot of people thought.
Yep. So, I mean, this isn't the best bet in the card by a long
I don't see
so.
it. I don't even see the 7.5. I don't even understand it.
We'll see. Maybe the Nets will take them by 30, but I don't see them as.
I mean, last year I was seeing the NBA crystal clear. Maybe I'm not seeing it crystal clear anymore. It's possible, right? It's possible. I've had bad NBA years too. I mean, I had one NBA year. They started the season not with 2 games, but they started the season with everybody playing. I went 0-5 the first night, and I never caught up. It was like one of those days. But tonight there's only two. Tomorrow we have a full card, and it should be a lot of fun in the NBA. We should be able to really pick some good spots tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love the Warriors, but if I had to pick a side, I'm going to take the points here.
Chris James Wiseman questionable here. He's the only real difference maker that's come on board for the Warriors. Of course, Steph Curry is back, but he played some last year. It's not like he.
Well, they got that forward from the Minnesota, Wiggins. I like him.
Yeah, but he's up against Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. We'll see if Kevin Durant still has it.
I'm willing to bet you on that alone that he still has it.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest players to ever play the game. There's never been a big man that deadly on the outside.
Yeah.
There's never been a big man that throws in threes like that.
Yeah, not at 6'10".
Yeah, that can just throw in threes like no problem.
I will say this though, I do think it might take Durant a little bit of time to sort of get reacclimated to game speed and just getting back into the swing of things. He's been out for over a year, so it's kind of one of those things where it's going to take him a little bit, but he's a professional. He's going to get back into it quickly.
So it'll take him time to get back in it, but won't take Steph Curry time to get back into it, who's a shooter?
No, probably. I definitely think it will too with Steph Curry, but again, Steph Curry just seems like the kind of guy to me where he's just, for whatever reason, he's just throwing up threes because he at home he's doing it. I know Kevin Durant's probably doing it as well, but
I didn't see Steph. Steph normally comes out here, I guess, because the bubble and everything. I guess we didn't have tourists. Normally, Steph comes out here after the season.
Durant's been out for 2 years now. I mean, he came back and got hurt right over the way the other year. I don't know. He hasn't played for 2 years.
Comes out, plays golf with the coach.
Yeah, I think Brian's onto something. I just think that I'm not saying I'm going to give out the side on the drive-through tonight, but the total, I think there's enough with the Warriors. They brought in pieces like Kent Bazemore, Kelly Oubre. There's still Andrew Wiggins. This team can score, and I think we're going to see a fair share of scoring from the Nets as well. I like the over 228.5 here.
I like the over because it's early in the season. I don't see teams D'ing up like they will later on.
Yeah, for sure.
Rod, how about you?
For me in this one, I'm gonna take Brooklyn. Brooklyn comes out game 1 and makes a statement. They're ready to play. They're excited about this year. The Warriors were excited, and then you got big injury.
The Klay Thompson injury is just, you can't really put too much. You can't really. I mean, it's massive. It's massive. Yeah. It's one of the top players in the NBA. I mean,
it's like getting punched in the gut. It's
and Draymond Green being out. Draymond Green out for this one.
Especially because you were banking on him being back this year.
Yeah,
and then it was just like
the Splash Brothers. The Splash. Yeah, Brothers. It's not just Curry.
No.
And Curry's awesome. Take nothing away from Curry. Curry's awesome. He could be one of the best shooters in the history of the game. Right?
Yeah.
He'll be given 150% in this game. Right?
Oh, and then some. And then some.
And then some.
Like
he always does.
And then some. Gonna be a great
But
one.
I just think the Nets are too much.
Gonna be a great one. I like the over. I'm kind of with you guys there. That's probably a lean, but I really like the Clippers against the Lakers. I know on banner night and ring night that generally on banner night, ring night, the team that gets the ring usually comes out flat as hell, man. It's like it's too emotional, and then the game itself is a letdown. I know there's not going to be the fans, but still, you know. But still, it's kind of that letdown. The issue why I didn't make this a premium pick is because I'm still a little shell shocked from that Clipper D in the bubble. That fourth quarter defense that they have, which is called zero, right? I mean, I just can't get behind that, you know. It's as square of a play as the Lakers are, right? And as much as I really wanted to give it out as a premium pick, I gave it out as a free pick, right? I still like the Clippers here. I'm just not as strong as I am on the other NBA game because that defense in the fourth quarter, and you have a team that kind of takes 3 quarters off and only plays the fourth quarter, right? So it's like it has the makings of a disaster. But, you know, Kawhi Leonard, usually these are the games where he plays with a chip on his shoulder. They played last year, you know, the first game of the season. The Clippers won. They at least covered. I don't know if they at least covered.
I think they won by 2.
Yeah, it was a close game. This one's going to be close, though. Senior Square, Brian?
All right, for me, this line opened at 223. As far as the total goes, it's down at 219.5. I see refocus on defense from the Clippers. Playoff type game. 2 good teams going at it. I'm going to go under the total of 219.5.
What segment is Ninos on in the drive-through, Rufalo? Because I'm going to have to skip that segment today.
Yeah, it was Lakers jersey on.
Yeah, I'm going to skip it. I'm just gonna fast forward through it like I do the commercials on the you know, with this thing. It's like, you know, like on Jeopardy, you know, I never watch the commercials or anything.
Wait, you have TiVo on YouTube?
No, it's on. I just slide the little slider, you know, on the bottom. Stanley. You know how Stanley does it. You know, I'll Stanley it.
Is that what we're calling it now? It's got its own trademark term.
Hey, whatever it takes, man. I sent Stanley a Pick Dog shirt.
I was almost going to say, correct me if I'm wrong, but Kawhi almost seems like the kind of player that is more focused on these games when you could say that LeBron and Anthony Davis are kind of focused on bigger picture and they're focused down the road. They're not just caring about one game. I think that's exactly. I think the Lakers are going to be more focused on the ring ceremony. They're going to be, you know, this is what they're looking forward to since they won the title, and the Clippers are going to be out to show that defensive effort or lack thereof in the playoffs last year was a one-time thing, and I think they're going to come out and play with a little bit of aggressiveness tonight. So I'll take the Clippers with the points.
Rod?
For me in this one, I like the under. I'm with Brian. Clippers are going to come out, play better defense. They're not going to be like they were in the fourth quarter last year. They're going to play defense the full game. Lakers always just flop around like they normally do for the first 3 quarters of the game, and then it's the fourth. Maybe we should play now, and then they'll tighten up a little. I like the under. I think this goes under the total.
I just got to see it to believe it. You know, that's the same thing with the Warriors. I got to see it to believe it. You know, because this is a team that drafted second. Okay, they're playing against the favorites to go to the finals from the East. It's like, I don't know. A team that, you know, and even if they're not the favorites to win the East, in reality, in real life, they are a playoff team. You know, they did go into the bubble and earn that playoff spot, and I think they covered a bunch of games for us, didn't they? In that playoff,
yeah, they did. They played pretty good in the bubble.
Hey, you know, call me sentimental.
You just ran into a really hot Denver team. That's all.
It took Furman yesterday, right? Anything can happen. All right, let's get to college football. Tulane and Nevada. Brian already said this line is on the move. Tulane was a really heavy favorite for some reason, and now it's down to 1 point. Even the money line is even money on Nevada, and Tulane just minus 120 on the money line here. Brian, any opinion on this one? He has no opinion. He is muted. You'll say nothing and like it.
God damn it. Yeah, I'm going to go with the under here. I think Nevada and Tulane both play solid defense. I think it's going to both teams definitely want this win. So it's going to be playoff type atmosphere. Give me the under here. I don't think it hits 40.
Chris?
I'm gonna take Tulane here. I just think there's a little bit more. I know Nevada did really well in the Mountain West this year, but I really like the way Tulane ran the ball. I like how they had a bunch of different running backs that could all hurt you, and I think that I think Michael Pratt's gonna do a little bit of damage for Tulane at quarterback. I think we've just seen the beginning of him leading this team, so I'm leaning towards Tulane here. I think get the job done over Nevada.
Rod?
For me, I'm agree. I like Tulane here. Give me Tulane. I think they run and control the clock, and I think they have the more motivation in this bowl game than Nevada does. I think Nevada wants to get in, get out. Give me Tulane here. I also like the under. I like Tulane and the under. That under is like gold too. Give me Tulane and the under.
I think something you have to consider here in this sort of game is the game is played in Boise, right? So Nevada plays Boise all the time. They didn't play them this year, but they play them all the time. They're in the same conference. So this is not like strange circumstances for them, not a strange environment, not strange altitude, strange weather, none of those things. Tulane, this is a cross-country road trip for a dome team, right? Playing outdoors in Boise. So I'm going to guess, I haven't looked at the weather for this game. I'm going to guess they're going to freeze their ass off, okay? Because, so there's some other issues here, and that is more than likely why the line has moved like this. So, also, there's probably some money coming in on Nevada. As a side, that might have something to it.
Get those likes up. And give out a free premium pick.
Yes. Get those likes up. Be sure to hit the like button.
So it's going to be 39 at kickoff.
Yeah, 39. Anyways, we've got this one is the interesting one. BYU against Central Florida. So these are two teams that generally are super motivated in bowl games. These are two teams that usually are up for bowl games. I mean, we've seen BYU just flatten people in the Potato Bowl, in the New Mexico Bowl, in the Las Vegas Bowl for years, right? For years they go into these games, and they usually play teams that are a lot smaller than them. But UCF is not smaller than them. Both these teams score points in bucket loads, but one of them has the 9th ranked defense in the country, and one of them has the 129th ranked defense in the country. And, well, I like the over. Brian, I think it's 11 touchdowns. I'm comfortable there.
Let me just say I love the over as well, but the defense at BYU, who have they played to hold those teams down?
Well, who did Central Florida play, to hold them down?
They played Georgia Tech, a stellar team. And
East Carolina.
They played Houston. They played Memphis.
Yeah, BYU played Houston, too.
Cincinnati.
BYU played Houston, too. They beat them worse.
Cincinnati was
at
a
Houston.
3-point game. The
At
Bearcats.
night.
They gave Cincinnati all they could handle.
They gave Cincinnati all they could handle. And they gave Coastal all they could handle, BYU. Similar teams.
For me, I'm gonna go with the over.
Yeah, that's what makes this game so hard. That's what makes it so tough. Is that you don't. It's splitting hairs. It's like the big difference, the glaring difference is that lack of defense for UCF that we've seen, and it's not just we haven't just seen it against the good teams. We've seen it against the bad teams. We've seen it against the bad teams where they kind of blew up. While BYU, we haven't seen a bad team ring them up, for 28 points or something. We haven't seen it, BYU always takes it personally. These do. Chris? But the thing is, it's like a home game for UCF, too. A lot of players are from that area. The mouth of the rat. Who's the sponsor for this one? Roofing.com or something? How the hell do you get an internet roof?
Roofies.com, I think it is.
What is it?
Okay, can we not mention my nickname from high school because that was oh man. I'm with you guys. I love the over in this spot. I just as soon as I saw that this game was on the schedule, I was just like, yeah, okay. I didn't even think twice about it. I hit the over. I hit the over again. So I think this could be a game where we can get into the 90s. So I'll take the over.
That even money Nevada money line is gone. It's minus 105 now. Wow. That is some heavy, heavy action on the Wolfpack. Speaking of roofies. Rod?
I'm with you guys. We'll wait for a truck to go by.
Garbage truck.
Mother truckers.
I'm with you guys. I love the over in this spot here. This is going to be both teams scoring. Back and forth and back and forth. Whoever has the ball last is going to win.
Consensus.
Love the over here.
Yep. Love the over. These ball games generally go over. You know, the early ones, they generally all go over. Let's go to college basketball. Great card of games today. Great card of games. Yep. Blue Hose are in motion. BC against Maine. We've got Indiana State against Southeast Missouri State. Liberty against Alcorn State. That should be a gem. Kennesaw State against Mercer. Mercer me. Richmond against Hofstra. Denver against Northern Arizona. New Jersey Institute of Technology against New Hampshire, unlined. Toledo against Northern Illinois, who really sucks this year. I like college basketball because there's always some real shit storms out there, right? It's like Northern Illinois, you stink. Western Michigan against Ball State. Akron against Ohio. William and Mary against Virginia. William and Mary, man, they owe me one as far as I'm concerned from last game. They clearly owe me one. They didn't even show up. They never got off the bus for that game. I'm not touching those bastards. And George Washington against Charlotte. Brian, anything here? Any meat on the bone?
Yeah, I'm going to lay the points with Richmond Spiders. Hofstra did get me the last time I bet against them, but I just like the Spiders team. So I think they easily covered it. I think they beat Hofstra by 20.
For me, I'm looking at the schedule. I like the under in the Maine Boston College game. I could see that being a game where the first to 60 wins. I don't see it getting anywhere near 135. I like William and Mary against Virginia. I just don't see Virginia as an offense that, you know, blows a lot of teams away. And there we go. I saw you looking for the button. I was trying to talk slow, so I didn't try to step over it. I just don't think Virginia's going to score enough to get out of reach to score 22.5 points. I know Utah State did it against San Jose State last night, but I don't know. I think William and Mary can do enough to keep with this number.
William and Mary's on my shit list, man. They are just, I mean, they're so dead to me. I was the one that had faith in them. You know, I was the one that, these guys can take GW. These guys can take GW. I was the one, right? And then they come out last game against High Point. I mean, they don't even get off the bus. 71-49. It was never any closer than that. It was never any closer. What was the halftime score of this gem? 31-15 at the half. 15 points in the half. That's less than 1 point per minute against High Point. Okay, now you're going and you're going to go play against these guys, Tony Bennett's team. You scored 15 and a half against High Point, and now you go play Tony Bennett's team in Virginia, right? Good luck. Good luck.
You don't think any look-ahead spot for Virginia got Gonzaga on deck on Saturday?
Yeah, William and Mary got caught looking ahead in the last game. They were looking towards Virginia and not the High Point. So
go ahead. Put a little something on William and Mary.
Yeah, there's better games on the board.
Exactly. I don't care.
You can't jump off a team.
I understand as a handicapper, I need to always wipe the slate clean, bet with my head, not with my heart, go by the numbers, all that stuff. I don't care. They're dead to me. Dead. Absolutely dead to me. I gave that as a premium
college.
pick.
I love William and Mary.
They embarrassed me. I gave it as a premium pick.
He's like, I got neighbors named William and Mary. That's the only reason why I went with them today.
I like William and Mary.
How about you, Rod?
For me, the only one I like in this spot is I'm with Brian. Give me Richmond over Hofstra. I know I'm a big Hofstra guy, but I think Richmond comes out and beats them by 20 today. Hofstra's definitely not the same team they were last year, that's for sure. I'm going to go Richmond here.
If Rod goes against Hofstra, that's something to take note of.
I like Maine against Boston College. Boston College show me nothing. I also like Toledo against Northern Illinois. Straight garbage. And you garbage, Northern Illinois. You garbage. You took the Steelers. You garbage. And also, of course, anyone that's playing Denver. I know, but Northern Arizona. This is where I'd be doing the show, like the live show at halftime, and I'd be like, "Well, here's my pick," and they'll say, "Yeah, but that's my pick." It's like, but Northern Arizona hasn't won a game.
The cutoff is what gets me every time.
I think they covered yesterday, Northern Arizona.
Of course they did, and they'll cover again today against Denver. Albany's back at it against Niagara. Portland against Montana State. Almost made my premium list, believe it or not. Fairfield against Fairly Disinterested. UMass in Vermont, part way. Auburn versus App State. Citadel versus One Ho, Two Ho, Red Ho, Blue Hose. Presbyterian. Tulane playing football and basketball at the same time. Never a good thing. Versus East Carolina. Tennessee State versus Chattanooga. Cincinnati versus Central Florida. VCU versus James Madison. So we just got a super chat, and I didn't mention this earlier, but we got a lot of super chats this month, and I super appreciate it. Totally unnecessary, but we got a ton of them. But what I'm doing with the super chats, it came to... we're going to donate all the super chat money for December, and there's been a ton. We're donating it all to the food bank, Maui Food Bank, 100% of it. A lot of people did not have that good of years this year. I see a lot of people struggling out there. We're giving 100% of it to the Maui Food Bank for all the super chats that we got this month, and it was a lot. So thanks to everyone, and it's going to a good cause. And it's like we could just take the money and have it or whatever, and I know other people would do that, but I don't care what other people would do. That's what we're going to do. And we had a good month here, you know. We're back on our feet. You know, everyone that visits the website, you guys can see we run ads there. You know, YouTube runs ads. You know, we're not starving. We sell a lot of picks. But there are people that need that money a lot more than us. So, thank you guys, and I know that the food bank appreciates it as well. So, that's what we're doing. Sorry, did I cut someone off? Brian, I did.
You probably asked me for this time slot, but honestly, I hate to pass, but I don't really have anything for that time slot.
Okay, Rocky. Chris.
Whatever Brian didn't give out, I'm going to make up for it by probably overcompensating for this time slot.
You can't even throw out a blue hose? Citadel's not good. Citadel's terrible.
I love blue hose and red hose too.
Well, one hose, two hose.
He got caught with the blue hose the other night, and that's why Iona suspended him without pay for a game. I like the under. There's a couple games actually just missed out on my premiums. I like the under in the Niagara-Albany game. There's two teams that they can't score, and 130.5 is just way too high. I like Chattanooga against Tennessee State. Chattanooga team's 8-0. They've been playing really good. They haven't been blowing teams away, but they've been covering. That's all that matters to me. So give me Chattanooga and give me UCF. Give me UCF on the money line against Cincinnati. This is not a good Cincinnati team, and why the line shift in that direction, I'm not sure, but it just means more value for us. So give me UCF here.
I think we got over $2,500 in super chats this month. Something like that. Yeah. They're going to be so stoked, man.
That's awesome.
They're going to be stoked.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
For me in this spot, I like this spot. This is actually a pretty good spot. I got for me here's a nice 3-team birdcage. Take App State plus the points over Auburn. That's just too many points. I think Auburn keeps that within 10-point game. I like East Carolina here over Tulane. Good team. I think they're at home here. They've had some tough games this year, East Carolina, and I think they come out and beat Tulane. And I'm with Chris. I like UCF here. That Cincinnati team is not good. They don't cover anything. And why that line shifted like that, I don't know. But more value for us. Give me UCF.
I like UCF against Cincinnati as well. I don't even understand how that line it's gone back and forth, but now it's back, and it's like for good reason. UCF's gonna slaughter them.
House them.
Yep. UCF's gonna slaughter them, and I don't even see it. Back-to-back road games here for Cincinnati. Doesn't even make sense. I also like the Blue Hose. I just like saying it. Presbyterian. Citadel's nothing. They're the worst 6-0 team in college basketball. How are you 6-0 and 2-0 against the spread? I mean, how is that even possible? That means you've played straight garbage, right? If
we're gonna blink, they're gonna be 6-26 at the end of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Citadel. Let's take a look at the gems that are on this schedule that Citadel's played. They haven't even seen the Blue Hose yet. They beat Longwood 91-89 in a real thriller. And then their last lined game before that, they beat North Carolina AT&T. Outside of that, all the other games were unlined. Every single other one. Meanwhile, the Blue Hose, Red Hose, they're coming off that big win over South Carolina State, who I think is probably pretty even with Citadel. 62-56. So what? They took it on the chin against Jacksonville. What ho hasn't?
If that's one gift that you gave us for the rest of the year, I'll take it.
I like Vermont against UMass in the rematch.
Yeah, they crapped the bed last night, Vermont.
Yeah, that was the first game of the season. I didn't even see this one. Colorado State Santa Clara. Is there a line on that thing? I didn't see rotation numbers. That should be a good game. Wagner's playing.
Good.
And then Northern Colorado against Idaho State. I almost put Northern Colorado as a premium pick, but didn't. So that's going to win. Arkansas against Abilene Christian, Cal versus Seattle, Ole Miss versus Tennessee Martin, Charleston Southern versus Hampton, Marshall versus UNC Kiss My Asheville. We've got North Carolina AT&T against Greensboro. Any of those? Those are some real good ones, Brian. If you passed on the last block, this is you got a little meat on the bone.
James Madison University and VCU. This is the right time slot, right?
You can. We did. That was the last one, but you could do this.
Yeah, I always make one mistake because I guess that's it. I'm gonna take James. I'm gonna take James Madison University plus a 20.5. I like VCU, but just not laying this many points. So
they've been
just a lean.
They've been stomping teams lately.
They're not going to stomp anybody tonight.
James Madison's the worst rebounding team in the country. And so you're not going to get any second chance shots against a team that doesn't even give second chance shots. That doesn't really give first shots. So I don't see how they're going to score any points at all, to be honest with you. Hate that pick. Hate it.
They'll get about 55 tonight.
Hate it. Doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know. Chris?
We're up to what, 6 o'clock, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the two that I like here, the other two that I had 4 that just missed out on my premium. These were the other two. I love Abilene Christian getting 12.5 against Arkansas. Abilene Christian team's legit. They gave Texas Tech all they could handle. And I like Hampton plus the points again against Charleston Southern. He did it yesterday. No reason they can't do it again. This Charleston Southern team's terrible against the number. I think they're 1-10 in their last 11 against the numbers. So give me Hampton. My 2.
Be sure to smash the like button. Got 975 people watching on a Tuesday. How cool is that? 400 likes. Can't get it up. What the hell does that mean?
Sounds like a problem.
Me?
No, it sounds like they have a problem.
No, they said I have a problem.
Oh.
I don't think that. I guess I could show you, but they'll throw me off YouTube. If you need to see, if we need to see that you know, I mean,
if there was ever a time that we needed the blue hose, it was the.
Yeah.
Actually, blue hose might not be the right wording to use.
I know.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I hate Presbyterian.
All right. Where are we at? I'm just looking for these comments, see who I got to throw the hell out of here. Is it my turn? Is it me?
Your turn.
You're up?
The only one I like in the spot is Ole Miss. Give me Ole Miss over Tennessee Martin. I think they blow them out. The only one I like in that spot.
Well, the assholes are out today. Who'd you take there?
Ole Miss
against Tennessee
over
Martin.
Tennessee Martin.
All right, I like Cal against Seattle. Seattle was like a little overrated, and Cal, I think I was wrong about. They actually look like they're coming on. Their last 2 games, they played really well, and including that win over San Francisco, it kind of like springboarded them. They've been playing well. Seattle, they just do not hold up against the good teams at all. They get stomped. So I think they're in big trouble here in Berkeley. Next round of games. Now we get into the big ones. Maryland, LaSalle, Florida Gulf Coast, Georgia Southern, North Carolina State. High Point coming off that big win over William & Mary, taking on Eastern Kentucky, the Colonels. Yeah, that don't make your mouth water. Nothing will. I had a conversation with our tech guy yesterday. I don't know how much it ended up costing me because he charges by the hour, but Bojangles apparently has some pretty good chicken.
Yeah, I've had it. Pretty good chicken.
So I've heard. Because he was going to Alabama. I'm like, oh, are you going to Zaxby's? Because I've never been. I've only seen the commercial on the SEC network.
I can go for some Zaxby's.
Western Kentucky against Tennessee Tech. Louisville versus Pitt. I'm going to guess Jones is playing. Because the line's moving fast. UTSA against Lamar. Bradley against Missouri. Oklahoma against Texas Tech. Man, what a beautiful schedule this is, right? Davidson, Vandy, just it goes on and on and on. Georgia, Northeastern, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Arizona, Montana, Drake, North Dakota, South Florida, Wichita. Brian, you're gonna take a hard pass on these again. You're gonna pass on that schedule. It's like,
No, there's two ones that I like. Pretty much it should have been premiums probably. I like Montana against Arizona. That's a ton of points. I think Montana's a little bit under the radar. And I like Northeastern against Georgia. Georgia coming off a big Cincinnati win. Seen this line drop about half a point to a point. I think Georgia's going to have a little letdown here. I like Northeastern. Oh, wait, forgot one. NC State knocks off North Carolina. I like that a lot. Tons of people in North Carolina. I just don't see it. Take NC State Wolfpack. That's the best bet of the three I gave you.
I think the two I lean in this time slot. Lean towards Bradley with the points against Missouri. I know this is a good Missouri team, but this Bradley team battles, their two losses this season have only come by a combined 5 points. They gave Xavier all they could handle. I think they give Missouri a run here. So I think just 11's too many. So I'll take Bradley. And I like Texas Tech against Oklahoma. That Texas Tech defense, I think it's going to swarm Oklahoma. They won't know what to do, and they're just going to chuck up a lot of shots. I think Texas Tech is going to win that game fairly comfortably. So I'll take Bradley and Texas Tech in this time slot.
For me in this spot, I'm going to go against Bradley. I think Missouri comes out and puts their foot down and beats Bradley handily. It's down to minus 10.5 now. I'll take Missouri minus the 10.5. I like Montana plus the 14. That's way too many points against Arizona. Arizona has not looked good so coming out this year. I like Maryland to beat up LaSalle. Usually beat them by 20. Give me Maryland over LaSalle. And I'm with you. I like Texas Tech. Bounce back, beat Oklahoma.
I like Wisconsin to beat the dog shit out of Nebraska. Big Ten teams are just terrible on the road, and Wisconsin loves to beat up on teams that they have beat already. That's just because that's another Big Ten thing, right? It's like when you have a team that you already haven't beat, it's like let's act like we just won the fucking championship, and that's what Wisconsin does, and I can't stand it. I mean, there's no way I could watch 2 seconds of that game, but Wisconsin's gonna blow them out of the building and act like they just beat Michigan State 3 in a row or something. I think Oklahoma's got a puncher's chance here with the 2.5. I did not like it at the 1.5, but at 2.5, I think I like it a little better. I like Louisville against Pitt. I like NC State against North Carolina.
Looks like they took it off the board.
What?
I'm looking right. NC State, North Carolina. I don't see a lineup now.
Yeah, 1.5.
For me, it's down across the board.
Let me see.
Well, hopefully they play because that's one of my favorite ones.
673, right? Oh yeah. No, that's there. It's there.
Is it?
673, 674.
A lot are gone.
Really?
Yeah, it's off the board at Pinnacle. It's off the board at Bet365. It's off quite a bit of the board.
Yeah, I got it all in all the U.S. books. That's why I don't look at a lot of those.
Yeah, my U.S. book still has it up.
Yeah, all the U.S. books. I have all the U.S. ones, like all the Vegas and.
I wonder
Jersey
what's
ones.
wrong if somebody's not playing or if it's a COVID.
Oh, you could check out ESPN. They're usually pretty good at this stuff. It would be a
Two
big
lines that are there are one's got North Carolina favorite, the other one's got North Carolina as a dog. It's like, okay.
Now, hopefully it's somebody on North Carolina that's not playing.
Anyways, got Alabama, East Tennessee, Louisiana Monroe against Louisiana Tech. Houston versus Temple. Temple's only second game of the season. Purdue against Iowa, line dropper. Gonzaga, Northwestern State, the rematch. San Diego State, St. Mary's. Portland State, Oregon State. West Virginia, Kansas. TCU, North Dakota State. Colorado, Grand Canyon. Brian?
Yeah, for
anything
me,
there?
I'm going to go with West Virginia here. just straight up on the money line. I just think they're the better team than Kansas. Jayhawks aren't a bad team, but I think West Virginia's for real with all their size. And then I also like St. Mary's plus the points at San Diego State. I just like the Gales. The Gales need to win these type of games before they get into their West Coast Conference play.
I'm with Brian on West Virginia, but I'm on the other side of that San Diego State game. I think San Diego State wants to get that bad taste out of their mouth from that BYU game. That was a humiliating loss for the Aztecs. And I just think that defense coming up against St. Mary's. St. Mary's hasn't played anybody all that tough outside of Memphis, which was their first game of the season. And I just think San Diego State's going to give them all they can handle with that defense. So I'll lay the bucket with the Aztecs.
For me, I like give me Temple. I know they've only played a couple games this year, but I think they keep it closer than this number with Houston. I think that's way too many points. I like Temple in that spot, and I'm going to take Colorado. I think they're gonna easily win over Grand Canyon. Pull away late.
Rod, you ever like to go to like YouTube shows and like just hang out in the comments and like pick fights with other people? I'm looking at the comments here. It's like I don't even understand it, man. It's like we're like 3 days before Christmas, you know. It's like what the hell's going on here, you know? I don't get it. I was thinking to myself, like, you know, like what do the puck dogs do to prepare for the NBA draft? It's like I'm sitting out bowl season to prepare for the NBA draft. It's like I'm preparing for the NBA draft. I just called Grubhub. I got 24 wings coming.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I was trying to figure out what I was going to have for lunch. Now wings, I just thought of that. That's a good idea.
He's like, I'm thinking about getting some mozzarella things. I'm preparing for the NFL draft.
What's your favorite flavor of wings?
Me?
Well, anybody.
I like medium. Medium.
I like Parmesan on my wings.
I like teriyaki. You take some teriyaki and then you mix hot sauce in with your teriyaki, and then toss that up that way. Oh, that is the bomb.
Either medium with blue cheese or some barbecue sauce with garlic parmesan. Yeah, the smoky garpar wing over here. Oh.
So here's some breaking news. Here. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Just think 20 years ago, chicken wings were given away. They didn't cost you money. They would give them away.
Probably a little more than 20 years ago. Because I was at Annie's Anchor Bar in 86. So that's more than 20 years ago.
34.
There used to be the thing to get people into the bar. We'd sell wings for a quarter. Yeah. 2 bits. You want a wing? 2 bits. Here you go.
I did some damage. My first time at Annie's. Went to see the Grateful Dead 4th of July, 86 at Rich Stadium in Buffalo, and immediately went to Annie's after the show. Do not pass go. Man, those are some good wings.
There's this place near here that has all you can eat wing nights, and they would see me walk in the door, and I could see the server go. All you could see is her mouth just go.
Turn the lights out. Man with many mouths.
Well, and then they do the stupid thing where it's like they give you like a pound of wings and fries as your first plate, and they wait for you to finish. And what happens is the next plate they only bring you 5 wings. And I'm like, okay, I get it's for food waste, but what the hell is this going to do for me? I wait 20 minutes for a tasting plate. Like, what is this?
I don't know, Chris. What do you like in this time slot? Anything, Brian? Did you give picks?
Yep, man.
How about you, Chris? Colorado? Colorado.
I gave mine out, but I do like Grand Canyon in this one. I forgot to mention that. But
Rod, did you give some picks here? We got to do some.
Yeah, I did. I like Colorado.
Oh, so it's me. I totally dropped the ball here. All right. I like TCU against North Dakota. Almost made the premium pick list. I like Portland State against Oregon State. Oregon State, you stink. You stink. Way stink. Portland State all day in that one. That's a gift. Say when you're cashing that ticket, say this was a gift from Mitch. Thank me later on that one. Kind of like San Diego State to bounce back against St. Mary's. I don't think, we've seen St. Mary's play well, but they haven't really played anybody, while San Diego State's played everybody. And, they lost last time out to BYU at home. I don't think there's a lot of shame in that, and I think it was a lesson learned that you can't go down by, 25 points against everybody and expect to come back and win. You're not playing Pepperdine every game. Iowa-Purdue should be, Iowa all day long. I don't understand why the line's dropping. Doesn't make it. Purdue's terrible. Purdue's not a good team. Not good. Even worse on the road. Big Ten team on the road. I mean, they lost at Miami on the road. Miami spotted them 15 points, and their two best players were out.
That was their only bad losses to Miami. Other than that, Purdue's played pretty good. I mean, I don't see why they can't hang tough. The Lions even dropped a half a point from where
I know, which makes me bet it again. See, there's certain games when the line drops, you just keep betting more, right? And that's one of them because Purdue's terrible. Don't even kid yourself, okay? They're terrible. They've lost to Ohio State, who was depleted, right? They lost to Miami, and then they lost to Clemson by 11. On a neutral court. You lose to Clemson by 11, you're going to lose to these guys by 35 points because Iowa can do that to you. And everyone knows, man, I have not been kind to Iowa in my videos, but I got news for you. Coming off of a loss to Gonzaga, they scored 90. It's not like they didn't show up. They scored 90. It's just you can't run with those guys. You can't run with Gonzaga because what will happen is they start raining threes on you, and that's what they did to them. And they got into way too high of a scoring game. I mean, Garza can only get you so far.
Well, Purdue had a good road win.
Bohannon was hideous in that game against Gonzaga. He should be embarrassed, ashamed of himself.
Beat the Irish by 10 on the road. So, I mean, Big Ten road.
Everyone has beaten Notre Dame
doesn't really
this year.
work very
Michigan
well
State beat them. Ohio State beat them on the road, missing their two guys, right? I mean, it's like, no.
Purdue beat them last time they played by 10.
Yeah, at Purdue, right? At Purdue. Different team, right? Because
Yeah,
Purdue had a couple of guys last year that they don't have this year, right? Some really good guys. Anyways.
Yeah, this is just sharps versus squares in this one.
I'm Mr. Potato Head in this one, man. I don't care. Crinkle cut fry.
Fish.
I like that. I like that Portland State.
I'm blockhead, man. I am blockhead on this one. I am a blockhead.
I thought you were going to tell me you were on North Carolina Tar Heels today. That's why I was surprised.
No way. Wolfpack.
She's like, I'm a freaking Rubik's Cube.
I'm a freaking Rubik's Cube.
That's going to be a T-shirt.
Does Purdue have a chance against Iowa today?
Yeah, they do.
Not bloody likely.
Highly unlikely.
Outlook not so good.
There we go. There we go.
Concentrate and ask again. We haven't done the Magic 8 Ball a lot. Anyways, Chris, who do you like in your parlay?
I'm going to give out the four legs that I said. Almost made my premium list. Chattanooga, Abilene Christian, under in the Niagara Albany game, and Hampton.
Rod.
I'm going to go Texas Tech, Maryland, and Iowa.
Ryan.
Purdue plus the points, NC State money line, and Northeastern plus the points.
He just wants to go against us. That's all he wants to be.
No, we know this game. Brian comes off a losing day. He hates everybody, and we like that. It's like, and I don't like losing either. I'm the same way. It's like you can tell when I've had a bad day. Jerk. Well, some people say that. Hold that. I like Arizona, Portland State, and TCU. Arizona, Portland State, TCU. I don't see how Montana scores a point in that game against Arizona either, to be honest with you. I could see them scoring 0 in that one.
I thought we had late breaking info on Montana.
No, we don't have late breaking info on Montana. What we have is a team that they shoot poorly and are playing against a really good defense. Oh, here it is. 224th in the nation in offensive rebounding. Arizona 6th in the nation in defensive rebounding. Ooh. Yep. Montana shoots. Oh, they do shoot 47.2%. Not bad. Of course, Arizona only allows 39%. All right. See you guys tomorrow. I'll be back at 5 p.m. for the Computer Pick Show. Chris will be back with Rod on the drive-thru at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, we'll all be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks to everyone that joined us. Thanks for everyone that smashed the like button. Everyone that visits our websites is part of our family. We appreciate all of you. And, of course, just for you, we'll try and act more professional tomorrow. Have a great